Good evening, loves. This is Nyamka with 5 tips for surviving the holidays if you are lonely or if you are alone. So, most people look forward to the holidays, right? It's a time to be around family, around friends that you haven't seen in a long time, to spend quality time. To sharing gifts, to sharing traditions. So many people look forward to the holidays, but there are a great deal of people who do not look forward to the holidays, primarily because they're lonely, primarily because they don't have family. Sometimes they may be away working. Sometimes they may be in a new city where they don't have anyone or where they don't know anyone. So I would like to share with you 5 tips for surviving the holidays if you happen to be in this position where you are lonely or you are alone. So the difference between being lonely and being alone. Being alone means that you're by yourself. You can be alone and be totally fine with it and not feel lonely. Being lonely, you may be in groups of people, but feel isolated, feel like you are not connecting with anyone. So here are 5 tips, whether you're alone or whether you're lonely, whether it is self-imposed, whether it happens because you have moved geographical, whether it is because you've distanced yourself from, let's say, groups of people for whatever reasons. Here are 5 tips for surviving the holidays if you're lonely or alone. Tip number 1, reach out. Reach out. Reach out to someone. Now, most of us have people in our lives who have said to us at some point or the other, call me if you need anything. You can come by. We'd love to have you. But you know what we do? We let our pride and we let our ego get in the way of making good connections. Right? We think, I don't want to be the one to call, or they were probably just trying to be nice to me, or here's one I hear a lot. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people to feel any sympathy towards me. Why not? Why not? If someone is showing sympathy towards you, why won't you take it? All right? Don't let your pride and your ego keep you lonely or alone during the holidays. Reach out. Even if you had not gotten an invitation, even if you didn't have anyone who said you can come by or call me or we'd love to have you, even if that has not happened, you can reach out to people who are in your circle, people who you trust, people who you admire, people who are nearby, people who are far. Reach out to someone. All of us. There are 7 billion people in the world, and the world is increasingly getting lonelier and lonelier. Even though we have social media, we're supposed to be even more connected. Why? Because we have this ego thing and this pride thing, and we don't want to reach out to people. Reach out to someone. You are responsible for your relationships. You can be the one to start a new relationship, to reach out to someone and say, hey, you know what? I don't have anything going on this holiday season. What do you guys have going on? What are you doing? Invite yourself somewhere. I'm not saying that you should crash someone's party, but reach out, see what other people are doing and how you can become involved in it. Again, you are responsible for your relationships. Swallow your pride, swallow your ego, and build those connections so that you don't be lonely or alone during the holidays. Number 2, what gifts do you have? What are your strengths? And how can you use your strengths to better someone else? Give of yourself. Can you cook? Can you sing? Can you bake? What can you do that can add value or enhance someone else, especially someone else who may need it during the holidays? What can you do? Can you offer? And let's combine number 1 and number 2, right? Reach out and offer something. Can you offer something to someone else? Can you call somebody up and say, hey, you know what? I make a mean, lasagna. And so if you're not doing anything, or if you like, I can make a lasagna and I can come over. Reach out to someone, but also offer your strengths or your gifts to someone as well. Whatever it is you're good at, you can bless someone else with it. All right? Tip number 3, do something for yourself. I know it seems like a contrast from number 2, give to others, but it's quite the balance. Give to others, but make sure you do something for yourself. So what is something that you've always wanted to do for this year that you've been putting off, that you haven't had the chance to do? Can you do it over the holidays? If it's a book that you want to read that you haven't read, it may be sorting out your closet. I don't know what it is, but do something that is fulfilling and that's enriching for yourself during the holiday season if you're feeling alone or if you are feeling lonely. All right. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4. What's number 4? Count your blessings. Oh my God, we have so many things to be thankful for, especially when we reach this time of the year where we look back on things that have transpired over the year. And if you are listening to me, you have something to be grateful for. If you can hear me, you have something to be grateful for. If you have a smartphone, you have something to be grateful for. If you are on Wi-Fi, you have something to be grateful for. All of us have something to be grateful for. And when we have these moments when we're alone and we're lonely, that's the ample time for us to look back at what good things have transpired for us over the year, and we can count our blessings and we can be grateful and we can show gratitude for the things that has happened and taken place in our life. And I don't care what kind of year you've had. I don't care how bad your year has been. There must be some good things that have come out of this year for you. So count your blessings. You can start a gratitude journal if you want, but you don't even need to start a journal. Just get a sheet of paper and write down the things that you are grateful for in your downtime if you're feeling lonely or if you're alone. And tip number 5 is going to be over soon. Tip number 5, if you don't want to reach out, which I think you should, if you don't want to share your gifts, your strengths, your talents with someone else, which I think you should, if you don't want to do something for yourself, which I think you should, if you don't want to do a gratitude journal or at least be thankful for something, just know this. If you're lonely and if you're alone, if you're feeling like all these things are going on, Netflix, chill out. In a little while, it's going to be over. But please don't get to number 5, just burying yourself and not reaching out and further isolating yourself. All right? Try the first 4 tips first. Reaching out, helping someone else, doing something good for yourself, counting your blessings. Try doing all of those things and know that if this is a sad time for you, if this is a time where you're in despair, you're not feeling good, whatever is going on, know that it's going to pass. But I want to remind you of tip number 1, reach out to someone. Connection is so important. Swallow your pride, swallow your ego. I'm going to challenge you actually to reach out to 3 people, to 3 different people. You know, sometimes, even if, let's say you're away, right? You're working away, you don't have any family, you don't have any friends. Reaching out to someone and having a good, hearty conversation sometimes fills you up. Have you not ever had a good conversation and it just fills your soul? That, like, I could be by myself for another week because this thing was so filling for me. Connections are important, people. And studies are showing that in America, we're becoming more and more lonely, despite all these different ways that we can connect. So I encourage you, although I gave you 5 tips, to try number 1. Reach out to someone, connect with someone, build a relationship with someone. You are responsible for your relationships. So no matter what's going on, just give it a try. All right. If there are any things that you have done when you are lonely, when you were feeling alone, go ahead and let me know in the comments section. This is Nyamka. Thank you for joining me. I love you guys. Happy holidays. And remember, building relationships are really, really important. Don't let the year pass you by without reaching out. Love you guys. Bye-bye.